Hello everyone, VanguardOfValor here, and welcome back to another episode of FTL on board the VSS Titan. I'm going to jump into the ship menu here, bam! The reason we're doing this is that one of our crew is currently suffocating to death horribly on board our ship, and I'd like to try and at least throw him at an enemy first, rather than having him just die here for no reason. So, this ship is the Amber Shard mod, created by DryEagle. Yes, more DryEagle mods. What can I say? He makes really interesting ones. This one's very different than your usual ship. It has a bunch of systems here. No oxygen. You cannot get oxygen, which is the big deal here. To make up for that, you have regenerative crystals, which let your crystal crew heal at a constant rate to their suffocation. However, it doesn't work quite so well for other races, meaning that if they're not hiding in the medbay, they're going to die. Yes, indeed. It's a bit of a mess. We also have hunter drones, which are pretty powerful. Power requirement only 1, and they have basically the same skill as any other boarding drone, which makes them pretty darn cheap. We also have some nice lasers here to complement us, giving us them direct damage capabilities. And, you know, the other weird thing is that everything costs bizarre amounts. Our engine prices are really cheap, so they obviously want you to max out the engines, whereas some of the things are a little bit more expensive, like the shields, I believe, are more expensive for every level. So, it's a little bit strange, but we're going to see what we can do here. We're going to jump forward as quickly as possible and see if we can't have anyone not die. Jump to the distress beacon and see what's going on here. Doesn't look like there's any people. It appears that, well, that's another... Ugh. We find the source of the distress call, a small research station which has another small laboratory fire. Okay, that fire suppression system really needs to be upgraded, because every time we find these guys, they're burning to death. We're going to dock and try and rescue the survivors, because we don't want to risk any of our crew by jumping in directly. Especially if we want one of our crystal crew. If they die, we're literally out of luck here. We're going to dock and try and rescue survivors. We locate the highest concentration of life forms and bring the ship alongside the station. Before we can begin to offload the survivors, however, a huge blast splits the station apart. Our ship is thrown away and some debris pierces our hull, and we watch helplessly as the last of the survivors are consumed in the collapse of the station. We did get 17 scrap though, so it's not an entire loss, but we did also take 4 damage, so it's not the greatest either that way. Let's jump over here and see if we can get out of this place. What do we have here? Nothing. A few freighters pass by, but refuse all communications, not wanting to sully their reputation by talking with foreigners. Well, let's jump over this way. Keep making some progress there, Atreyu, you're gonna die. Okay, here we go. A rock mining vessel is harvesting the mineral-rich asteroids in this locality, and their scouts take our presence to be a transgression. Battle stations. They have Hermes missiles. Oh, this is going to be bad. And oh, no. Okay, well, we're going to send our poor NG to an early grave there. We're going to throw hunter drones at them. And we're also going to hopefully hit them with some lasers in a minute. But this should give them something to think about. And you're going to teleport into their ship. You're probably going to die before the teleport even works. No, you made it. You're going to last like 3 seconds on board this ship, but you should be nice and distracting for them. Okay. Nice and distracting is all I want from you. And there we go. Fire the lasers. Please turn off that missile launcher. Awesome. And it's on fire. That's amazing. It won't do much to the Rockmen, but it will do some extra damage while waiting for that to happen. Alright, system is completely broken, meaning we're a lot safer here than we were 10 seconds ago. You're going to keep shooting that ship there for no good reason to Atreyu, because I'm not taking you back on board my ship. You're staying there till you're dead. I'll go have you smack up their engines, I guess, for the next little bit here. We could shoot them again. That might be fun. But they have nothing really worth shooting here. There we go. Did some extra damage there, and there. Ooh! The rock ship moves into a defensive position and transmits a white flag signal. They seem willing to buy their lives, offering us 2 fuel, a missile, 16 scrap, and a defense drone Mark 1. Well, I'm not saying no to that. I'm not crazy. We will accept their offer, of course. And one of the crew died after all. Oof. Atreyu, you're still sitting there on a ship with no shields, and you're getting incredibly lucky. I'm kind of waiting for you to die, but it's just not happening. They've dodged 3 rocks in a row with no engines and no helm. I guess you can't get hit on an enemy ship after they surrender? Yeah, that's crazy. Okay, well, that's not happening. Welcome back, Atreyu. Now you get to die on board our ship instead. I'm sorry. I tried to give you a noble death, but they just wouldn't let you. Distress signal there as well. Let's jump over there and see what happens here. What do we have? A ship without life forms within a nearby dense asteroid field is giving off the distress call. Again! Okay, well, let's search for the ship. No! Stop it! We find what appears to be pieces of a derelict ship coated with ice or crystal, and yet again, before we have a chance to dock, a few asteroids get past our shields and damage our engines, forcing us to pull out, giving us 5 damage for nothing again. Ooh, game. You really don't want me to do this, do you? Okay, well, I can take a hint, and by take a hint, I mean entirely not take a hint. We're going over this way now. With very little fuel, very little hull, a strange vessel approaches. A digital message appears on our view screen. This is an automated merchant. Refill this vessel with fuel and we'll supply you with drones, it says. Well, we don't have any fuel to give you, so we reject that offer and move on. Yes, indeed. Alright, what do we find over here? Well, a curious sight drifts us greets us at words. A curious sight greets us at this beacon. A disabled rock freighter drifts in space while two mantis craft battle it out, presumably over who deserves the spoils. Well, let's wait and then attack the surviving mantis. The mantis craft may have had their differences, but when it comes to you, they're of one mind. The smaller ship suffers a power failure as it moves to engage, but the larger one lets off a volley of fire and moves into attack. They're going to be boarding us in a second, which means they're going to die, and I'm okay with this. He's going to suffocate before he does any real damage there, and we're going to send a single hunter drone over to go kill his friend. There we go, and we're going to burst them into weapons as well, so we're probably going to take one missile here, but hopefully nothing. Yes, good, we dodged, and their weapons are now destroyed. Excellent. He may actually get out of there. No, he did. Oh, he died. Yes, he died in transit. Lovely. And their NG is not going to survive that fight, so we'll send Oceanus to go fix the drone control. Go fix the drone control, please. It's going to take you a while, but you'll get it eventually. And we got a free augment from that fight. That's pretty good. In the time it took us to eliminate the Mantis ship, the Rock must have repaired their FTL drive and jumped away. We picked the bones of both Mantis vessels, getting 2 fuel, 2 missiles, 31 scrap, and a shield charge booster. Lovely. Hard to complain about free goods like that. Please repair a little bit quicker there, Rhea. And Oceanus. Go. There we go. Excellent. Fantastic. Now, what do we want to do next? 81 scrap. We can probably get something good with that, but I'm not sure what it'll be. We could maybe upgrade our drone control. It's probably wise. Or, yes, drone control it is. We'll put 80 scrap. Oh, it's expensive, though. Not really, given that it's not normally locked down to 5 levels. And the prices have been changed, but it is still expensive. Probably worthwhile in the long run, though. I don't know if they have the power to run it. Whatever, we'll do it anyway. Power that up to level 4, because that means we can use all 3 of these drones, meaning we can now block missiles, which will keep us hopefully a little bit more alive. Of course, there's a store right beside us, but we can't take advantage of it because we no longer have any money, and we've jumped straight into an asteroid field. We exit the jump surrounded by dirt and rocks. Before long, a blast is deflected by our shield, but that was no asteroid. Incoming pirate. Well, let's send some hunters at them, because why not? And we're going to get absolutely pummeled by these guys, I can just tell. So we're going to try and blast them with some guns as soon as we possibly can, and we're going to hope for the best, because otherwise we're going to get fairly badly beaten up. It is impossible, of course, to get weapons like, or systems like the cloak on this ship. You just have to make do with what you got. And we took some hits in the helm, which is not too bad, honestly, given the number of shots that came at us. They probably won't be able to do any damage to us anymore, because all they have left is this basic laser, which the odds of it hitting us are hitting us enough to do damage are fairly slim. And down goes the rocks. No, they're not going to actually try and finish us off, are they? Well, I'll have to finish them off manually then. Go lasers! Awesome, crew's dead. With the crew dead, we take 5 fuel out of their storage and also get another 36 scrap. Alright, well, we'll take it. And we'll jump out of here before it takes us. Can we get anything good over here? Well, we'll have to wait and find out. As a naturally warlike species with few intergalactic diplomatic ties, the Rock people have garnered quite a reputation as fearsome pirates. We stumble across one of their ships and they promptly live up to type. Well, they've got big lasers, big lasers, but it shouldn't be a problem because we can just spam hunter drones at them until they're dead, and then we can burst them in the weapons, which should prevent them from actually having any firepower at all. Go, go, robos! Okay, we'll take at least one shot there, but that shouldn't do anything, and now we should be able to kill their weapons. Good! The Burst Laser Mark III is now disabled, meaning they cannot do a darn thing to us. We can just relax here while they eventually die. We're going to fire the heavy laser at them a couple times, maybe, just to, you know, train up our weapon skill. And in the meantime, we can eventually kill this guy. I might take him... Oh, no, he's decided to come back to us. Excellent. Fire another heavy laser in an empty room for no reason, then. Looking good. So... looks like he has come to his grave at long last, and down goes the Rockman. Excellent. Oh, another prisoner. I do not want prisoners. Maybe if it's another Mantis, I'll swap out Jones. Now that their ship has been emptied of hostiles, we search it, finding a prisoner who offers to join our crew and 23 scrap. Nope, Raffen. I'm sorry, Raffen, but you're going to die here. Okay, we are going to jump out of here before anything bad happens to us, and by anything bad, I mean anything worse. And then we'll jump back to the exit beacon to make sure we get out of here in time. Do we have a son? As soon as, oh, it's a fight, too. As soon as we arrive, we hear the telltale sounds of a teleporter and sounds reverberating through the ship. Prepare to burn, fleshy meat sack aliens! They yell. And they're fire immune, but they're not going to be suffocation immune. So let's send Raffen in to go punch them in the face a little bit, and then once we can, we'll jump out of here and hopefully not take any burn damage. They're going to destroy our radar most likely, but Raffen, you can donate your life to the cause here. Alright, I'm just going to jump ahead to the exit here. We should be fine leaving those guys on board our ship. I'm not too worried. Here we go. We've arrived at a long-range beacon, and what do we find? Another free thingy! As soon as we arrive, a small mantis ship detaches from a wreck and jumps away. We've interrupted their salvage operation because we find an ion bomb waiting to be installed, as well as 15 scrap. This game has literally just been throwing all of the things it possibly can at us. Bye-bye, Raffen. Maybe I should have saved Raffen and swapped out Jones, used him for a boarding party as well, but you know what? I don't care. Sometimes you have to be evil and not sensible. Alright. Heal up that radar system and we should be good to go. I might want to go heal up Hyperion though. Maybe I'll do that. I'll put more power in the medbay, run him through it, and that way he'll get healed. And run him back, and run him through, and run him back, and run him out. Good! Excellent. Okay. Well, that's that. We have 75 scrap, very little hull left, but hopefully we'll be able to words. What am I trying to say? Benefit from the things we're going to be doing soon. But first, we're actually going to jump over here, and then over there, and then back to the exit, because hey, why not? Make as much money out of the area as you possibly can. Since we can make most of those jumps, we know beforehand, there's no reason not to. A loud thud resounds through the ship after jump completion. We've just shunted a rock fighter, and he's already preparing to fire. Well, that means he's a jerk. Alright, we're going to get ready to fire some more drones at him, because that's what we do best. Shoot the hunter drones. Go drone power. Okay. They're going to take a couple hits here, but nothing too serious, and we should be able to laser them before they can do too much to us. They probably will get at least one hit off on us, though. Nope, we got lucky there, and they missed us, and their weapons are now destroyed. Thankfully, just at the right time to block their bomb as well. Alright, our drones have decided it's more important to destroy their oxygen than to stop the rockmen fixing their weapons, but that's fine, because it should take them a little while to get that done, and we can fire another salvo. Where are you going? Oh, going to shields, I see. Nope, to the helm. Okay. Whatever, apparently the rocks have decided that's worth following, so that's what they're going to do. The big problem I have with using boarding drones as your main source of offense is you just can't control them. It's not the most thrilling thing for me to just watch my boarding party do what it feels like. But that may just be a personal preference. I like to be able to directly control them, and you can't with boarding drones. But that's okay. They are very cheap for what they do. Here we go. And we got another prisoner. This is not great, game. I appreciate the prisoners, but they're just dying. Now that the ship has been emptied of hostiles, we search it, finding a prisoner who offers to join our crew, getting 32 scrap in the process. Nathan, and you're a Zoltan, which means you're entirely useless to me on board this ship, because you can't stay anywhere to give me free power. Alright, well, I'm going to let you die then, because there's no other real options. We are, however, going to power up our engines. There we go, giving us that extra little mobility punch. Excellent. Okay, now let's get out of here. Over to this beacon and then over to the exit. What's going on over here? We receive a message meant to degrade us as aliens. We half expect an attack, but it seems to have come from a small civilian shuttle. Alright, so we got nothing there. And jump back to the exit where we're going to have to fight some nasty rebels. And they're not going to give us anything, so it's hardly worth it. We found the exit beacon, but the rebels got here first. We'll have to survive long enough to jump to the next sector. Of course, we do have some nice evasion right now, but possibly not enough. We're going to use our defense drones, I think, in this fight, and we might laser these guys to death if we can manage it, but we're probably just going to be spending most of our time defensively and then jumping out of here. We'll see how the actual fight goes. And, yes, Nathan is suffocating. I should just send him at the enemy ship just for fun. Alright, and we're going to blast them in the weapons room. Go, 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 lasers. Thankfully they missed us there. And go. Alright, we missed them though too from the looks of things, which is not ideal. I should have actually moved him so they would chase him around the ship. And we just leveled up our dodge as well, thank goodness. That's what we like to see. Lovely high dodge levels. Alright, please hit them this time. We missed all really? You missed 3 shots in a row? That's a terrible game. Alright, well hopefully you shoot down more of those missiles and we'll be on a good track here. The defense drone is actually really powerful on this ship because of how small it is. The defense drone has a really high chance of actually having a good shot at everything. There we go. Knock out more of those weapons. That's what we'd like to see. And we might actually be able to kill these guys this way. We'll have to see how it goes. I may want to use the ion bomb too, because an ion bomb is a very powerful weapon. But it's also not exactly what I had in mind, because the shard cannon is nice to keep on hand if you want to be doing boarding, even if you're not using the robots. Although it is mostly useful for the robots because of the fact that it will, you know, suffocate you otherwise. But hey, it still works. So, what opportunities do we have here to actually kill these guys? We have to basically hit them in the med bay if we want to, or we can just keep pummeling them in the weapons and preventing them from ever fixing it, and keeping the people who are trying to fix it running back and forth to the med bay. That sounds pretty good to me. They have very little health left, so that should go down eventually. We could hit them in the shields as well, because it's going to take them a while to repair the weapons they actually want to use. But I think we're just going to hit them in the weapons again to make sure that they never actually get another chance to hit us. Of course we miss, which is not great. But you make do with what you got. We leveled up our dodge now. Both of our crew are at max level, which is nice. And let's fire some lasers. Fire them lasers at this ship. And we missed, and there we go. Now we got another hit on them. Set fire to the weapon room, which won't last for too long. We only need to do 5 more damage, which is probably a minimum of 2 salvos. We might be able to get them here. The free fuel would be nice, because we are quite low on fuel at the moment. There we go. More fires for them. Hopefully they decide not to immediately run to the medbay. There they go. Not that it makes much of a difference, because killing the crew or killing the whole ship gives you the same reward either way against these guys. So it really doesn't matter. And down goes the Rebel Elite Fighter. Take that. There's no time to salvage, so we have to jump away before the cruisers can get in firing range, and I'm okay with that. Let's jump ahead to Sector 4, the NG Homeworlds. Apparently, look at all of that red. That's a lovely place to be. Hopefully there's a Rock Homeworlds in there, because we have so many Crystal crew, we'd actually be able to show you the Crystal Homeworlds for once. That would be nice. We've arrived in NG space. The Mantis have been threatening the NG core worlds, but we should be able to stock up for our journey. Well, let's see about that. We have 27 scrap, and just beacon over here. Let's go check it out. We do have an NG on board still, so we might be able to get some nice benefits out of it. What do we have here? Okay, we found this again. Maybe this time it will open. A ship without life forms within a nearby dense asteroid field is once again diving off the distress call. We decide to investigate again. Okay, there we go. 3rd time lucky. We find the decaying remains of some kind of ship coated with ice or crystal. We send some crew aboard to explore, and nearly everything is either destroyed or unidentifiable, but one of the weapons appears salvageable, and there's a strange stasis pod that catches our eye. We're going to take the stasis chamber for once again, because we have the crystal crew, and they'd be good enough to put in any room, meaning we can actually have extra crew. Let's grab that stasis chamber. Here we go. The crew drags the pod back to the ship before the asteroid smashes into it, shattering through the crystal coating and destroying it entirely. The pod appears to be functioning, but we see nothing but shards of crystal inside. Perhaps someone else will know how to open it. 17 scrap and a damaged stasis pod. Well, that's better than nothing. So, we have 44 scrap now. We actually have the stasis pod, meaning if we find the Zoltan researchers, we'll actually be able to get something out of them this time, which would be lovely. And I think we will make do for now with what we've already got. And maybe if we're really lucky, we'll not run out of fuel for one thing, and we might actually find the Zoltan researchers here soon. For once, we see the Mantis before they see us, but we're going to attack them anyway because we're reckless fools. Go, go, Power Rangers! Alright, send some hunter drones at them. And hopefully these guys will immediately die. They have no medbay, which makes it really easy for our drones to kill them. And we have lasers, so we can prevent them from hitting us with a halberd beam, which is generally wise. So, burst lasers go, heavy lasers go. The reason I fire the heavy laser last always is because it does the most damage, so we definitely don't want it to hit the shields. By making sure that the burst laser fires all of its shots first, it will generally make sure that happens. Also, it looks like one of our drones might actually die here in the fight before the Mantis does. That's unusual. Oh, no, he got it just in time. There are no more life signs remaining on the ship, so we steal 3 fuel, a drone part, and 48 scrap. That's convenient. We needed that fuel. And what do we want to put the power into? Probably the engines again, because the engines are powerful and very cheap. There we go. Max out those engines, because why not? With a price like that, it's really silly to say no. Let's keep moving and hope we find some Zoltan researchers in here, because if we don't find them here, we're not going to find them. An advanced rebel automated ship remains stationed near a small rebel space station. Sensors indicate it's a storage vessel for military goods. Let's attack them and get their military goods then. They have no shields, meaning we can do whatever we feel like, and of course they also have connected rooms, meaning our drones can do a lot of damage. We're only going to fire 1 in there because we don't want to waste too many of them here, especially given the fact that they have no shields, so these guys are going to die really fast anyway, but we're going to take our chances and hopefully knock them out. There we go. That should do some nice damage. And we will eventually kill them. It won't take too long at this point, unless we miss all the time, but our drones will also help do some damage. Fire them burst laser 2s, please. There we go, weapons offline. It only needs to do 3 more damage, which the drone should do very soon. 1 more damage, which the drone just did. There we go. Nicely done there, drone. You did it. We get 30 scrap from the broken ship, and when we investigate the station, we find that it was either abandoned or stripped clean, having lain unused for quite some time, and we find nothing useful. Well, let's check out this distress beacon, because that might be Zoltan researchers for all we know. No, it doesn't look like it. We find some people who say, "Hello, we used the last of our FTL fuel to jump to this station." They indicate a burnt-out husk of debris and warped metal. "As you can see, the war must have spread to this sector, and we've been stranded here ever since. I'd love to help you, but I do not have the fuel to spare, so we apologize and wish them luck. They say they understand and will ask us to send someone along to them, but that's not likely, because they're going to get taken over by rebels soon." Well, we found a repair station. A message arrived saying, "Your scrap, ours. Our weapons for you." We're about to raise the shields and we realize it's just an NG trader looking for a trade. Well, that's a strange way to go about looking for a trade. We're going to sell you a defense drone. I might even sell the shard cannon because we're not going to go back to using it again. I will also sell the ion bomb, perhaps. It's a good weapon, but I don't know if we're going to use it. I do know that we're going to buy a little bit of repairs, and mostly the fuel. Buy all the fuel they've got, thank you. And we'll buy ourselves up to 15 hulls, so we're not quite on the verge of death quite so badly. We'll take a look at our ship here. 39 scrap. We can't buy anything really with that. We could upgrade our teleporter, but we don't really have a boarding party yet, so there's no point. Please find us some Zoltan researchers. That's all I want. We jump ahead and immediately find a settlement who ask us to take up some mercenary work. We agree to listen to their offer, and they say that some of their friends have taken to piracy in the recent chaos of the war and would like us to convince them of their poor decision by damaging their ship and not killing them all. We agree to their offer, and we may actually do it. Who knows? They say, just be sure to not blow them up, they say nervously as they direct us to a nearby moon. We find the pirate ship docked there, and they immediately respond to our appearance with, your money or your life. They must be new to this. Of course, they are all NG, so it's probably more like, your money or your life. Whatever. They have some fairly hefty weapons, though. Woof! I don't like that. Let's send a single hunter drone over and see if that makes them surrender. Smash it in there, get them out of the weapons room, because I do not want them hitting us very quickly. And we're going to try and laser them in the weapons room. Please hit, yeah! Ouch! They hit us in the weapons, but we did manage to knock out one of their heavy weapons first, so we should be a little bit safer than we would otherwise be. They're going to get it repaired really quickly, though, because they're entirely NG. Also, we're not repairing. Why aren't you repairing at all? The repair bar just started. What was going on there? That was weird. Alright, well, come fight us, because I need to kill you, and I can't do that until you come fight me, and I can't hurt you because you have 3 shields. Well, I could board them, but then I'm going to kill them all, and then their friends won't be too happy. Well, let's pop the lasers again and see if we can't hit them a little bit harder. We'll have to get pretty darn lucky, though. Their crew is coming to suicide against my drone, which is not exactly what I had in mind here. Because that's 2 of them dead, and they're not going to surrender just for that. Okay, well this is not going as planned. Let's fire some lasers, and some more different lasers. They can't dodge us now, which is good. And I'm going to have to turn off my hunter, I think. Otherwise, this suicidal NG is going to make me lose this mission. So we're going to have to hit them again in a second. We'll burst laser them in the weapons again. They can't dodge because there's no one on the helm. They actually hit one of my lasers with their lasers. That's not what I had in mind at all. Thankfully, our drone can take punishment here all day from these NG because they don't do any damage. And eventually we'll be able to hit them again, and they might eventually surrender this way. There we go. We leveled up our weapons. Fantastic. Did a bit more damage. They can't hurt us anymore, which is always nice. They're going to destroy our drone momentarily. We have to be very careful not to kill Philip, because otherwise we're going to be in trouble with those guys. But it looks like he's not going to go try and fix that thing after all. Why do they have dodge percentage? Apparently, they have an upgraded helm, I guess. Okay, then. Well, we're going to hit them in the shields, because evidently nothing else is going to do any damage to them. And bam, there we go. They hail our ship, saying that they're not cut out for this. We agreed to let them live according to our promise and return to the settlement. With the pirates dissuaded from their career path, we return to the settlement, and they thank us, saying that their friends returned to us before we did. They give them... words. They give us 29 scrap and an Ion Blast Mark II. Well, that's a pretty nice weapon. Let's equip that thing. There we go. That's all we needed. We're not going to be able to use it for 2 years because of the high energy cost it has, high power requirement, but it is powerful. It is certainly powerful, and it fires really quickly. Does it? It looks like it's not that fast. 4 seconds, yeah. Just on that list there, oh, I see, it hadn't changed the sizes of everything left yet. It was still like half the size. It looks like it was 8 seconds there. Anyway, lots of confusion, but still things are getting done, so it's all good. We could upgrade our weapons 1 more power, which would be probably wise. Let's do that. That'll let us fire the Ion Blast 2 and the Burst Laser 2 simultaneously if we have the power for it, which we currently do not have. But we will one day. Let's go get Cronus healed up, and we should be good to keep moving here as the Titans journey through space. Titans in space! Yes, indeed. Alright, get into that weapons bay there, Cronus, and we have a whole galaxy still to explore. We still need to find a way to wake up your brothers, and then we should be good to go. What do we find here? Please be Zoltan researchers. Nope. We find a black market hub here where they agree to buy our extra military-grade explosives. Won't sell them 5 missiles for 15 scrap because we need the money to buy power bars with. Done. Excellent. And we're going to keep jumping. Distress beacon. Please be Zoltan researchers. That would make my day. Is it Zoltan researchers? Who knows? It might be. No. We find a number of ships fleeing from a small space station. We hail them asking what's wrong. We find out they're being overrun by some kind of giant alien spiders. We could send our crew to help, but they are giant alien spiders, and they will get us killed. Apparently, hunter drones do not count as anti-personnel drones, or rather, boarding drones, because you can use boarding drones to do this mission, but you cannot use hunter drones. Interesting. So it does actually specify by name and not just by what they are. So we're going to leave these guys alone, unfortunately. We can't risk fighting every alien, especially not their giant alien spiders. And we're going to try and take 2 more jumps and then jump to the exit. It looks like we're out of luck for getting our lovely friends here. Their other friend. That's not English, but that's okay. We arrive at the long-range beacon. What do we find? We find an asteroid field, and we're going to explore it despite the danger. However, we find literally nothing there. A brief exploration yields nothing of interest. Okay. Well, I want to find those Zoltans, so if there's a chance that they're maybe over there. So we're going to jump to this beacon and see if they're there, and if they are, we're going to take the risk of fighting a whole pile of rebels in order to get to that beacon and get back. This was perfect! We found it! We found it! We arrived at a Zoltan research facility, and they say they are researching genetic distortion due to stasis sleep and prolonged FTL travel. They ask if our crew has the time to undergo a few scans, but we ask them if they can fix our damaged stasis pod. They say they've never seen a cryogenic system like this. It appears to still be functioning and hook it up to their system, running a number of tests on it, and it apparently has the ability to reconstruct the body if it was damaged during transit. Surprise, surprise. They activate the pod, and we watch as the hunks of crystal inside reform to build a humanoid structure. The pod slides out, open, and another reformed alien slides out. It speaks slowly, saying, "Oh, you look just like me. What do you know? Let's join together." More like, "Greetings. I appear to be in your debt. My people isolated themselves a long time ago, but perhaps it's time to re-establish a connection. There's a hidden wormhole near the rock homeworlds, and perhaps you can take me there so I can properly repay you." Welcome aboard, Willow. You don't really fit with a Titan theme, but that's okay. You actually fit on our ship and don't immediately die. That makes you amazing. We have 5 crystals. Fantastic. Alright. Now, we're going to get overrun here, no matter what happens. But we might be able to get overrun and not die completely. No, it's not looking very likely. We're going to die completely. I think we can probably make that jump. I don't remember if we can, though, from here. I'm just going to jump back to the exit and fight whatever we have to fight, because I'd much rather get it alive than we actually have our 5th crew member intact. We found the exit beacon, but the rebels got here first. We must survive to be able to jump to the next sector. We shouldn't be too hard with our 5 million engine bars, but who knows? They have a lot of lasers, and they're going to be firing really quickly, and it's going to really, really hurt. Okay, that's going to be nasty. We could spam some drones at them. That's a lot of lasers, holy cow. Yeah, this is not going to be good for us. This is going to hurt really bad. Please don't hit our engine a whole bunch of times. We're going to blast them, hopefully nice and quick. Oh, we missed a bunch. Oh, wow, we got really lucky. Everything missed. We took one of the burst lasers offline. This is going to hit us, though. Please, power up FTL drive. Ow, 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 ow. Okay, jump. We made it. Jump to the next sector. We have option of Slug Home Nebula or Rock-Controlled Sector. Well, I don't like nebulas, so Rock-Controlled Sector it is. Whew, that was dangerous. Okay, we have 2 fuel left, which is terrible, but the Rock people are a powerful and proud race. It's not unheard of to have a peaceful journey through their lands, but we shouldn't count on it. But on the plus side, we have our 5th crystal crew, so that's actually awesome. Not that they'll do a whole lot. We might do boarding with them, him and the Mantis, but it'd be a pretty powerful pair. Anyway, oh, that's that. Unfortunately, we are, of course, in Sector 5 now, so we're going to have to stop here for this episode. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. This has been Vanguard of Valor playing through FTL again on board DryEagle's Amber Shard. If you have liked the episode, don't forget to like the episode, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.